agreed on honey. Then to get poke and then supposed to put a stem. The stem is like this, though. Like this thing. You cannot see. Like this. This thing supposed to go in through my penis and go through my urinary tube. Just to drain, okay, just to drain out the urine. For 6 to 8 weeks, I tell you, that's it, man. I'll die, man. I'm not going to have this problem. Okay, anyway. Wait, Wait, Hey, tell mommy. The pineapple tart is out. Pineapple juice. Okay, let's go. Today we are talking about this topic called social and economic. And I think all of you know that this topic is related to your social study as well as your day-to-day lifestyle, like whether you're running a business, doing a study or anything, okay, anything that you can think of. Excuse me. How do we know social and economic impacts, and how are we going to write an essay on that? So a quick one. Let's go through this one here. I make it to point. Okay. Social and economic, one words. Okay, so definitions. Later you tell me, for everything the same. Kang Yao, can you read to the class, please?
Economic stability aims to maintain the capital intact. If social stability, sustainability focuses on improving social equality, economic sustainability aims to improve the standard of living. In the context of business, it refers to the efficient use of assets to maintain company profitability over time.
You see, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, brilliant. So you see, Kang Yao, this very closely related to your parents' business, and the three of you, as well as Zach, who are listening, will be very closely related to your future career. Running a business, actually, you see, Kang Yao, your parents are contributing so much in terms of social economy. Social means they get people to come and eat and dine and enjoy, have a good bonding. And economically, of course, your parents create a management skill, manpower, get more people, okay, and then create some marketing and create buying a lot of machines, also bring in a lot of sales, and by using the machine to cook, and then of course the money that you all make, and then contribute to taxes, paying government taxes, GST, all these things, buying 材料, okay, all the products, all these supply, all these need money. And this is where this one we're talking about social economy, and it's also related to your social study. And if all of you are going, definitely, I think all of you want to go to university. To university, you have to know all these topics very in detail. At the same time, you need these topics to beef up, buffer up, and build up your vocab, your thinking, your everything. Oh my goodness, my Wi-Fi is not very stable. Rayton, open the door. My Wi-Fi is not stable. I'm in the room, so it's pretty hot. I'm still not 100% fit, Kang Yao. So I'm mentally and physically not fit, mentally and emotionally, I'm still okay. Very bad. The Wi-Fi is still very bad. Really bad. Okay, can you hear me? Sorry, it's suddenly lag and then I reconnect again. So, honey, can you hear me? Can? Okay. So let's go on to the next one. Why do you think social economy has impact to us in Singapore? Back to you, Kang Yao.
Singapore's social and ethnic fabric is an unique blend of culture and people. Malays, Chinese, Indians, and expats from various countries Singapore's lifestyle is multicultural, with each of these ethnic communities maintaining their unique way of life, and at the same time living harmoniously. Singaporeans claim that they have an egalitarian society, yet they retain strong hier hierarch hierarchical
hierarchical. So
hierarchical
egalitarian is a sort right down, Kang Yao. Egalitarian, you will learn these words in your social study and in your GP if you're going for A level. Egalitarian means everyone's are equal, everyone has the same state of opportunity, everyone has a fair chance, everyone are given a fair bits of benefits. That means 一视同仁. So everyone on an equal footing. This word was taken by French, but nonsense. Okay, they don't really, I feel it. Okay, we don't pronounce the word multi. We pronounce the word multi. Multi is an American pronunciation. So be careful when you pronounce this word multi in your O-level oral. I'm not sure some teacher will like it or not. Especially for me, I will not like it because I don't really get to like to pronounce Americans pronunciation. Some of the words maybe yes. All right, and then hierarchical 就是康耀就是level by level, 1 level, 2 level, 3 level. That just like in the 1,000 years ago, we got emperor, then we got the queen, we got the prince and princess, we got the minister, we got the soldier general, and then the commoners, and then the beggars. Well, now in Singapore, the hierarchical structures will be the president, the prime minister, the member of the parliaments, commoners like us, citizens of Singaporean PR or expats. Okay, so this is what we are here today in Singapore. So there's a level. So in your daddy mommy companies, of course, you will have the top management people, the middle management, the lower management, and then followed by the chef, the cook, the waiter, the waitress, the cleaner, the washer. Okay, carry on. Relationship that can
relationships that can be observed in the relationships between parents and children, teachers and students, and employers and employees. This goes back to the important cultural value, group dependence.
So you see, when you're writing an essay, a creative essay, sometimes you have to inject some of these ideas. Okay, like parents and teachers relationships, parents and students or their children, or teachers and students, or teachers, students, and parents, the tripartite. The tripartite, in which is the three groups together as a triangle that you need to have the cohesiveness when you're writing this essay. So it's like 3 paragraphs. 1 paragraph for parents, 1 paragraph for teachers, 1 paragraph for students, and then you have to weigh the pros and cons. Are they good to have what kind of relationships? Now let's talk about reflective essay. Okay, so what do we have? Reflective versus argumentative. So we have 10 years. Reflective is like right about a time where you're forced to go out of your comfort zone. So this is like a social and economics question also can be. And then argumentative, change is important in your life. What is your view about this sentence? So change can be the transformation of social society in the 50s, in the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s, and until now. So you can see every 10 years, the different the society in Singapore, not just Singapore, I mean, the whole entire world, there's a lot of changes. The society has transformed and changed. And as well as the economy, that means the inflation rate, the currency rate, like the renminbi, the ringgit. Sorry, guys. Just to let you know, because of the antibiotics and another medicine that I take, it's always made me cough, drowsy, giddy, hungry, and like to go to pee a lot. The purpose is to get rid of my stone, okay? So Harlin say, write about mistake you make that leads to someone else being blamed. How did you feel about it? Well, this is very common in any society also. If I want to bring these statements or this question, this essay into a social norms, if it's very true, somebody had to be a scapegoat, somebody had to bear responsibility. So if you're writing this kind of essay, you have to think about it. Don't close, right?
Yeah, we need the door.
Okay, so the way we are talking about, is it true that somebody in society will hold the blame? Like for example, the Fukushima's nuclear plant disaster. Is it the governments to get blamed or the people there? Or who else is got to be blamed for that particular, even though it's a tsunami? And now the Fukushimas, they open up the nuclear plants and discharge the waste. So whose fault? Somebody have to take a blame, huh? Very sad, huh? Okay. So argumentative planning for the future is important to your life. How far do you agree with this statement? Yeah, definitely it's very important. I like these questions. In fact, it is so important that it is a must that we need to look into it. Why? Hold on. Somebody's sending something. Okay, sorry, somebody, my colleague asked how many students inside now. So I think planning for the future is also talking about how are you going to contribute socially in your country, Singapore. Okay. How are you going to see yourself in 10 years? So Han-Ling may ask, are you okay? Han-Ling may ask you, say now you graduated from university and you're going to write like something planning for the future. What is the next thing? Like say this is an essay. For me, let's say now I'm 25 years old. But in fact, by the age of 26, I was already a father. So by then, I was still doing a lot of things, taking out many jobs, though to make meet ends meet, because even though I did not get my degree on time that time, so I was struggling with degrees, working and parenting, so all these things come in. Okay. I use the past tense. I saw my future at that time was very bleak, very worried, don't know what's happening. I think without my parents' help and my in-laws' help, I wouldn't be what I am today. So for you, Han-Ling, what would you see yourself in, say, at the age of 30, 30 years?
30, it's a bit far to think about considering I'm 15 as of now, but let's say.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, 15 years from now, huh?
15
I
years
mean,
from now.
yeah, time flies fast. To be honest, what do you see yourself since you came out these questions?
I definitely see myself as more mature than today.
So you're very immature now, lah.
Okay, not saying that I'm very immature now.
Just kidding, lah.
More knowledgeable about life.
Okay.
And I definitely see myself like achieving something that, how to say this? Achieving something that's beneficial to the rest of the world.
Socially responsibility, social contribution, 为社会和贡献，这句话对，很好。而且我相信，by the time 30岁，你应该赚的工钱是不错了你会 donate to charity 吗？
I mean, of course.
I like the way you say, of course. Okay, so say, which charity organization will you want to support or donate? I know, Uncle Raymond's charity.
No, of course I need to do more research on this, but I feel like for people
offhand now.
No, but for people in need, I think the best way to support them is to help them find their own like path to success. So it will be more of me helping people who are more in need to find jobs and things.
Oh,
they need to find their own way to succeed. We can't.
No, so economically, you see.
Forever.
Yeah, you see, indirectly we are talking about this month topic. Thank you very much. Tian Yu leh? Thank you, Tian Yu. Since this question, how will you see yourself in the next 15 years?
Literally, I feel like in the next 15 years, I feel like I should be starting to get on track on my life. So that means I'm working towards a house or have a house already, have a family.
记得请我喝喜酒哦。OK， 你结婚要记得请我喝喜酒哦。OK， carry on. Hello.
Like, okay, not really, don't really need a child, just like a girlfriend on life.
Sorry, I can't hear you because I think my Wi-Fi is very bad, so lagging. Can you speak again? Can you say something?
Oh, okay. So I was saying, oh no, I think it's my internet is unstable.
我说以后记得请我喝喜酒哦，你结婚。
Yeah, obviously.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so what would you see yourself now? You got house, you're getting married. How are you going to contribute socially and economically?
What do you mean by socially and economically? Like for myself, or what?
Yeah, of course. For the
Like,
next, let's say you're now 30 years old already.
like how much I would want to have like my money and stuff.
No, I don't know. You can say anything what you want to say.
Well, definitely I also want to have some money to like set the money aside for my family. So like maybe if my future child, I can use it to help them like pay for their school, maybe for like their
Save for a reading day.
yeah, save
Okay.
for unexpected events.
Okay. And then economically, do you think you will be able to support a charity?
Yeah, definitely. Cause I will, let's say 100% of my salary, I will definitely find like at least a 5 to 10% of it and give it to charity.
Which charity?
So what charity? I'm not the most sure about which one since I do not know much charity, but definitely something like there's like probably like you know, is there like a charity for like hungry kids in Africa? Those one.
Oh, not Singapore.
I say that one. I say
You
like
don't
that's
want?
like the more like worldwide one, or maybe the right now the Gaza.
Your choice. It's your choice. It's your
Yeah.
choice. Thank you very much. How about you, Kang Yao? In 15 years, 你已经29、30岁. What will you take over your parents' business? Will you know I'm not interested in my parents' business? I want to come out to 传一下天下 or anything. What will you do, sir? Wow, you 30, by then your mother, father will be maybe a good 40, 50 plus.
No,
50 plus.
they're already 40 or 50 this year.
Wow, then 15 they will be semi-retired, 60岁了哦. Come
Yeah.
on, please lah. If they are 60 plus 还在冲not fair to them, correct 哦？他们已经冲一辈子，要 slow down 了 ，correct？是你们来冲了，对不对？ fair 吗？对不对？OK， then by the time 他们 semi-retired， 他们就要陪多一点时间给你的爷爷奶奶跟外婆外公。OK，yeah，back to you。
I think by 30 years old, I'll be probably get married. And
记得请我喝喜酒啊。
and I'm not really sure about what job I want or what I will do in the future.
But at least you will want to contribute socially to the country, or maybe help out in your parents' business, or maybe do something that you want to do, right? Correct? Yeah. Okay, next question is, which will you want to support any charity?
If I support a charity, I'll do like intensive research behind it and see which one I will donate to. So I won't just randomly choose a charity to donate.
Oh, very detailed. Well done, the trio. Zachary, sorry, you'll be coming late because of your CCA. I hope by end of this month your CCA will step down. You step down from CCA and then you can concentrate on your O-level exam. Okay, Zach say that right about time. Okay, this one I don't talk about Zach first. And then Kang Yao, you say right about a time you have hurt somebody. Why did you do that? Is it true that you did hurt somebody before? You mean you break your girlfriend's heart?
No.
So you do lah.
Uh,
You don't need to tell me who lah, but did you know? Because since you came out this question.
No.
Oh, so it's just randomly.
Yeah.
Okay. I do hurt a lot of people in my life, Kanya, to be honest. When I saw this question, it's like, holy shucks, man. Of course, my mom, my dad, my children, my wife, my friends, my buddies, or even I heard someone like Jesus, like, Kang Yao, on that day, on the 3rd of April, when I was on the bed, the hospital bed, at the middle of night, I start to ask God, why am I going through this kind of suffering? Did I did something wrong? Did I hurt you, God? Did I make you that you begin not to trust me, your son? That's why you punish me to have this kidney stone, go through all these trouble. You know, did I do so many bad things? I hurt a lot of people, make people to suffer under my leadership or under my care, under my teaching, or under my love. After that, I feel that there must be everything a reason. So hurting someone is really a very painful process. And it is so tough for all of us to accept it because at the end of the day, not only you hurt someone, like Kanya, you agree that you also spoil the relationship and you might not be able to reconcile. I mean, seriously, that is why people got divorced, broke off friendship, broke off relationship, whatever. So the most poisonous in this world is not about the snake's venom, the scorpion, the centipede, or the bee sting. But I think the poisonous is our mouth, 我们的嘴巴, the words that come out from our mouth. These words that so poisonous that not only can create war, create conflicts, create casualties, create arguments, and worse, create death. We have to mind our language to be very careful on that. Okay, thank you for these questions. I'm just going through your question, and hopefully, since you came out this question, all of you, I hope you can really write an essay for that. I mean, seriously, I mean, not seeing you all writing any essay. Why, huh? You can tell me very busy. I don't know how do I put my student performance appraisal for you all. Can you please seriously take a pen and write on the foolscap paper some of your essay? At least when I mark, I can show off to your parents that you have done a good essay. And who knows, maybe one of your essay can be inside my guidebook to better English creative writing. Sorry. Next question that Kanya put is are mental issues being glamorized in this day and age? Yes, I think yes. I'm not sure. How about you? I think it is very true. Because if it's not being glamorized and being become famous and famous. A lot of celebrities, especially the Korean K-pops and those people, celebrities, they all die because of bad mental stress. They were not able to concentrate their work, their performance because of this mental. But once they have a boost from these mentors, from the fans, from the people who support them, they kind of improve their energy, their levels of performance. Back to you, Kang Yao. What do you think?
I think it's mental issues are glamorized by in this day and age because you can see there's a lot of TikToks, a lot of those videos that they romanticize about mental
Precisely.
issues. They romanticize about maybe they think they misdiagnose themselves with ADHD or those other mental issues like depression. So they think it's
Exactly.
very cool to have it. And I think also them thinking they have mental issues is also a mental issue itself. So they just think it's cool, but it's actually not. They don't know what the people with mental issue experience.
But you see, the mental issue can be positive and negative. Some mental issue maybe because some of them are in depression. After watching maybe TikTok and some giving some positive vibes, some encouragements, motivation talks, some guru who explain to them in the TikTok, or maybe they link to their YouTube. And it begins to slowly, surely, and definitely to turn from a negative, paranoid, a pessimistic person to more optimistic and more easygoing. So these questions is a very high level questions. Seriously, a very high level question. You need to involve like what we did Kang Yao in February topics. We talk about philosophy and psychology. Yes. And of course, that question also talk about change and transformation and how this mental issue also talk about this month topic, how it affects socially. And imagine there's a lot of mental issues or other issues that is not glamorized or really very serious mental issue in certain countries. A lot of people will have to go and see psychiatrists, psychologists, or even take medications, or even commit suicide, or even go to extreme to mass killing, or even go to the extreme where they create terrorism. Or all these you are right, no, a social issue, a social problem, the social things that we need to look into it and to make sure that not just glamorize, but make sure that we are under maintenance and control. Thank you very much. Zach, welcome. Please turn on your camera. So I know maybe you're eating or whatever. So Zach wrote this, right about the time when you have to get over a loss of a close friend. Wow. Sorry, Zach, when you say a loss of a close friend, family, a loss means what? Bye-bye, kick the bucket. Is that what you mean, Zach? Back to you.
No, not really. It could be like, let's say you move like elsewhere, and then after that you just like lost contact with the person, and like let's say for example, you used to have a friend that's like very close to you when you were like younger, and then after that your family moved to like another country, and then since you guys were young, right, you guys would like didn't have each other's contact, and then you just lost contact ever since. And then after you moved, you like found it hard to like get over it.
Well, you damn you, no. Seriously, I damn you. You know why not, Zach? You really bring out my very sad memory, Zach. 2 or 3 years ago, I really lost a friend. Okay, his name is Eric. Okay, the worst thing, Zach, when he passed on during his funeral, he was in Penang. I did not have a chance to see him and send him off. I only had to say, 兄弟大哥永别了。如果有再世来生的话，我还是会叫你一声大哥。感谢你这几年来照顾我。Okay, I wrote in Chinese in the Facebook. Zach, this guy is a very important, this friend or brother of mine is very important, even though I know him less than 10 years. But he's like a big brother to me. Yeah, definitely he's older than me by 5 to 6 years old. He got cancer, he passed on. The thing is that he taught me, Zach, how to keep calm and patient and pray every night and every day. Because of him, I start to pray every day, every night for all of you, including my family. And because of the prayer every night, every day, Zach, last week when I was in hospital, you know, the pain was so freaking excruciating pain. I remember what my friends say, seriously, on my bed. And I start to do prayer. You know, Zach, you're from a Catholic school. The first thing that comes, I think you heard until you listen until you see our Father in heaven, like, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Right, Zach? You heard this? Correct. I've been reading this, praying this, our Father in heaven, in holy be your name, thy kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our sin. Have we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver from evil. Amen. I keep on repeating this for many times. And guess what? Surprisingly, whether you believe in miracles or not, the pain was not so painful. Okay, is it because of the dripping or the antibiotics? Or I don't care. As long the pain has gone and I have a good night's sleep that night. So yeah, thanks to this essay, I do really lost a very good friend. In fact, not one, a few. I even lost 3 students when I was teaching in Kuchuan. Really lost. Sayonara, die. The next day I came back, I really cannot find her already. She just passed on without me knowing what happened to her. It was so sad. I feel very bad. And of course, I lost a lot of my uncle is one of them. So when you put there a loss, it's like, I know lost in touch lah. But to me, this loss means forever gone. Okay. And it's also true that all these people that are lost has more or less helped one way in the contribute to society as well and to the economies. And of course, socially, it helped me a lot on that. So next question is, there is no place like home, do you agree? Hold on. I say so many times, don't close the door, right? Okay. So, well, definitely there is no place like home. Do you agree? Yes, I definitely agree. A home is where we are. 没有，他们讲没有国就没有家。Yeah, it's true. But 我觉得每一家户就是成为一个国家。A house is just a physical thing. A home is where the love, the care, the bonding. That's why we call 吃团圆饭 reunion dinner. So I totally agree that this is a very nice essay questions. And how I'm going to write if I'm the student, I will first start off with your introduction saying that there's no place to be like home, because home is where you can bring all your memories till the day you're gone from this world. I feel that home is a house. A home is where you develops a lot of good bonding relationships and a lot of things. I told you don't close the door. Okay. So ladies and no ladies here, gentlemen, I sincerely hope there's no point to attending my creative writing class and you don't submit any essay for me to mark. Don't make my job so easy, please. At least complete some essay, write, and then submit to me. So I know how your handwriting is, what kind of pen you're using, how good you're writing your construction sentences, whether you're using fist spot, whether you are writing the right paragraph, all these things. So no point coming in and listen to me talk and then type in your answer here. I seriously, because you guys are going for O levels, and it's good to practice time management to write your essay within the stipulated time, say 1 hour. So I bet you, because we haven't do situation writing yet, you're going to go through for situation writing as well. Kang Yao, are you there? You can hear me, Kang Yao, just now? Oh no, Kang Yao cannot hear me. So Kang Yao, let me repeat. It's no point that all of you just attend my class without submitting your homework with a piece of essay. At least every month, one piece of homework. It's no point attending my class and then listen to me and then don't hand in homework. I don't feel good about it, seriously, by taking your tuition fees seriously. If that's the case like that, listening and going through and not submitting homework, I cannot, no. It's against my principle and my conscience. Okay? I mean, has been a long time that the four of you has submitted 1 or 2 homework. That was, I think, donkey weeks or months really. If by end of this month, to be honest, no hard feeling. If you still don't receive any, I don't receive any essay, then I seriously have to call it a day. No point to be talking and then ask you to type. That is not the function of Zoom. The Zoom function is for me to tell you what to do, and then after that you learn from the methods, the methodologies. Then later you go at home and start to write and improve, because you guys are going, some of you are going for A level, some of you are going for poly, and some of you are going for SAT 4 next year. So it's good to practice to write more. Yeah, you can tell me you got a lot of homework, you got tons of homeworks. I know you got other tuition homework. Sometimes I was wondering why you can do other tuition homework but not me. But Uncle Raymond, you told me before that you don't mind whether we submit homework or not. Yeah, I agree. But I have to start to change and transform myself, because being a nice person, not submit, I thought you guys would take initiative to submit at least 1 or 2 homework. But as the days and the weeks and the months go by, I don't see anything coming in. And one fine day, if my boss would ask me, where is your student homework? How come no homework? How come you never chase their homework? How come you say on time, on target, and yet they don't have? And how come you say they don't want to hand in homework, it's out to them, and yet you don't chase them? Then I will get a bad remarks and bad comments, okay, and bad feedback. Then that's it. My reputation will get tarnished. So very simple, okay? So I have to do it. If not, then I have to report to my boss that none of you have submitted homework, even though you are very good boys, attend my class, pay attention, turn on the camera and discussion. But the thing is, my boss and your parents are the one who need to see the physical paper, because at the end of the day, when they see that, hey, how come I attend creative writing and yet my children are not writing and yet they are not improving? To be honest, I'm not worried about the 4 of you. You guys will definitely pass your creative writings in exam. My question is whether it's a C6 or A1. All right. So please help me. If really just want to attend my class or listen to me talking, then we will not call creative writing. We'll call it motivation talk, rather than creative writing skills. Creative writing skills are supposed to hand in homework. I cannot expect 1.5 hours in the Zoom. Okay, class, take a piece of paper now. Start writing your essay. Now it's 8 o'clock. By 9:30, I make sure you finish your hand in. You can do it in a classroom face-to-face, but not in Zoom. Okay? Thank you. Hope you understand. So refractive is also another one. If we talk about write about a time when you were forced to go out of your comfort. Okay, this one done already. Okay, this one is so done, right? Hey, why I repeat? Okay. So social responsibility versus economic transformation. Which is more important to your country? Day one. Write down these questions. So let's talk about this. Can you, which one do you think is more important? Social responsibility or economic transformation? Back to you, Tim.
Social equality or what?
No, the screen shows you social responsibility versus economic transformation.
Oh,
哪一个
social
哪一个
responsibility.
哪一个你觉得对一个国家很重要呢？
Both are very important here, but since I know if you won't be asking a question if I say both are the important, so if I were to pick one, I say social responsibility, yeah. Because
为
like
什么？为什
social
么？
responsibility is like you communicating with like your citizen and stuff. Like let's say if you're like a prime minister or like the president, so I'll be talking through that point of view. So like, if you are like those people, right, or like those people who are very like big like what like the people I said. So your goal is to like just try and talk with your citizens and try and like understand where's like if they have any problem for like any concern for so that you can fix it out. After there is a quote that they say, "What a kingdom is not is what it's not made out of it's made out of its people." Yeah.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Correct. Okay, very true. Very true. Okay, thank you very much. How about Zachary? Which one do you think is the most? I will tell you my answer. Zach, which one 你觉得最？如果你是一个国王，你是个 president, is a prime minister，好像天佑就是那个 prime minister of his country. Zachary, which one do you think is more important to your country?
I think both are equally important, but like I feel social responsibilities is like slightly ahead, maybe.
Oh, I like the way you use the word slightly ahead. Okay. May I ask you why, sir?
Because social responsibility, like anyone can do it, while economic transformation is like slightly harder. So social
Sounds
responsibilities is
reasonable.
like
Wait, sounds
social,
reasonable. But can you more elaborate on that?
like for example, social responsibilities can be like anyone, and it's a very simple thing to do compared to economic transformation. So like for example, right, like for example, a kindergartner can like pick up like trash or something, and that would be like considered as social responsibilities compared to like economic transformation, which like only adults can do, maybe. Yeah,
Huh? Sorry.
economic transformation is not like everyone can do, but then social responsibilities is like it applies to everyone.
Oh, I like the way you say it applies to everyone. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Kang Yao, what about you, sir? Now you are the president or the emperor of the country. Which one do you think is more important to your country?
I think social responsibilities is more important.
Okay, why, please?
Because
There's no right or wrong answer. Don't stress. Don't stress. I come back to you. You think about it, Hale?
I just like to say for social responsibilities to be a thing, economic transformation must be there to make a country successful, for there to be a society, and for social responsibilities to take place. So economic transformation is more important.
Okay.
Like
So
okay, for example, you look at Venezuela. Do social responsibilities exist there? No, because there's no society, because they have no money.
Hey, brother, how you choose Venezuela?
Oh, because I keep hearing the joke that I would be a trillionaire if I was in Venezuela. So Venezuela.
Hey, wait, Choto Mate, who tell you the trillionaire jokes?
Oh, it's
There's
not a joke. It's because their currency is going through severe hyperinflation as of now.
super, yes. Oh, not bad, bro. Wow, you really have economy guys. Another country will be Peru and El Salvador, and these two countries has a very high crime rate. And these are usually on the Central America and North America, South America. Of course, Brazil is one of them, but Venezuela, surprisingly, it's such a big country, so much natural resources, and yet I don't know how, maybe you need to take another 2 generations to transform the countries. Because of one word, I agree with Honey, corruption. And that caused the whole upside down. Okay, back to you, Kang Yao. Why you think social responsibility is important? You are the only one, Hanling, to choose economics so far.
Because if you're like responsible, like for example, engaging in environmental preservation efforts or like those ethical practices, I believe that this would you will boost like the society's like their mental health or like their uh like how to say
You are right.
they'll be happier or they'll be more satisfied. But if everything is just on money, it can be corrupted or it can also be not that sustainable. Anything can happen.
You study geography,
No,
history,
history I do elective history.
and geography.
No, elective history and I do triple science.
Hey, surprise, man. Not bad, Your steady, brother. Your geography really links to sustainability, eco-friendly. The objective of being sustainable with all these things is true. It happened to some of the countries in the world that they decided to preserve their natural environments, their heritage, their culture, their what do you call their environments, their habitat. And because of that, they fight with they call these the activists, the eco-friendly environmental activists to fight against those commercial corporates, people who are against it to build their industrial buildings, infrastructure in the countries. And yes, there are some countries, they're still very conservative on their environment. Very well done. Daniel, your turn, please read. Extract.
Abstract. The growing interest of companies, especially multinationals, nationals, large companies and national conglomerates. That is how you say it.
Conglomerates.
Conglomerates.
There is a group of things, a big organization like that. Conglomerates. Yeah, 很大的集团呐 organization in other words. Okay, conglomerates. Yeah.
Okay. To show better environmental and social performance as part of their corporate social responsibility policy. It is often reflected in their management structures and investment policy. In a review of different studies and surveys on the environmental performances of the business sector in five Latin American countries, it was possible to observe that companies make environmental investment mainly for 3 reasons: to comply with environmental and social regulation and standards, to improve their image in front of the community, and to access other markets. The 3 reasons coincide with the same ones that companies give when asked why they have a social responsibility policy. In this context, this scientific policy, scientific contribution focuses on a
bibliometric
bibliometric analysis.
Hold on. Okay, let's start this. In this context, this scientific contribution focuses on the bibliometrics and bibliographics analysis of publication. One more time. In this context,
In this context, this scientific contribution focuses on the bibliometrics and bibliographic analysis of publication related to social responsibility in terms of keywords, and in terms of economic sustainability. Sorry.
So no, it's okay, my dear, thank you. So it's nothing wrong whether you choose social economics, social responsibility, or economic sustainability. For me, as an educator, mentor, and also support the global environment, I would definitely go for social responsibility. Yeah, I agree with you, Han-Ling, that economy plays a very important part to bring money, because a lot of people comes to Singapore because they see the stability and the sustainability of economy in Singapore. That's why they invest a lot, including your parents and Kang Yao parents, Zachary parents, and Tian Yu parents, to come to Singapore to invest, to start a family, a business, and the future of their generations for their generations. But to me, social responsibility is that because you need to set the foundation right. You are ensuring that every household, everyone's, like what Zach, I like the way you say, if you can't even pick up Zachary, what happened? Zachary, are you okay? Yeah. So if you can't even know how to pick up a tissue paper and make the environment clean, then we don't talk about economics sustainability. Back in the 1960s or 70s, Kang Yao, I can tell you, have you ever been to Clarke Quay and Boat Quay there? The river there? I can tell you, you go there?
Yeah, it's in
Now
my house.
Near your house,
Yeah.
very nice, very nice scenery. 它的 water 很 clear 我跟你讲if I bring you time machine back to the 70s, 80s 我跟你讲你会吐you will vomit like shit because the whole entire river is like shit, really full of shit. Got dead pig, got dead carcasses, and it's so smelly. You know how I know? Because my mom always brought me to the Waterloo Street, 那个四马路观音庙So last time got no MRT, we'll take bus. So sometimes I was very tired of sleep. I close my eyes. How I know I reached my destination is when I smell the river. Oh, 要到了. You know, so far away you can smell the horrible smell of the river. And you know what happened, Kang Yao? Lee Kuan Yew took about 10 years to clean out the entire river for 10 years. I think spent about a few $10 million. And people were saying, oh, you must be crazy, Mr. Lee. To clean out the entire river took a lot. Waste your money to clean out this rubbish. Might as well spend $10 million to do other better things than clean the river. He got foresighted view. Today you see, Kang Yao, look at the river. Very nice, very good, very nice, right? Super nice. And I always go there. Got this place called the Lin Bo Seng, Lin Mo Seng 纪念堂 somewhere there. And I always go there. I will have a 1 minute silence and salute to him. He's my hero, the war hero. So the place itself, as you can see, Kang Yao, was so horrible in the 70s, 80s. So the government decided to take the social responsibility to clean out the place, to make the place nicer, to rejuvenate, to restructure, to re-engineering, to revamp the whole entire place. Today, you look at that place, it's like so expensive and good. Last time, if you study history, you will know that place is for the coolies to dock and undock goods from the junk, the Chinese junk, the ships. And then a lot of opium house there, a lot of gangsterism, all bad vice things, everything's are there. But today, you look at the place there, beautiful. By the way, Kang Yao, my boss is going to open a shop in Clarke Quay. Hope you all can come and see us. My books may be there. We're opening a store there called Pop In. So let's go move on. Introductions. Uncle Raymond will read the introductions, okay, and then followed by the rest of you. So this is a way teaching you how to write in your essay. Kang Yao, Zachary, Tian Yu, and Han-Ling. When you are in not set 4, I'm so sorry. When you are in JC or Poly or university, first of all, you have to write an extract about what this essay is all about. Then, of course, no matter what essay you're in GP, Zach, if you're going for A-level, Han-Ling going for A-level, you need an introduction. What is a corporate social responsibility? We talk about social responsibility. Yes, we can define it as the commitments and obligation assumed by the members of the community amongst themselves and also before the rest of the community as a whole. Logically, when transformed to a business sphere, the meanings is the same, simply that these burdens of commitments is performed voluntarily by corporate organizations. That's what Mr. Lee is doing about our dear Mr. Lee Kuan Yew and our forefathers who built these swampy areas to what we are today. That is so beautiful, so vibrant, so wow, so amazing that everyone think of coming here to Singapore to 3I, innovate, invest, and involve. Somehow, this makes companies go a step further and not only benefit their environment through the generations of jobs and the expansions of the offer of products and services. Like why your parents come here to work, why your parents set a business up, and who knows, the four of you in the future may be decided to set your own business and make this a better place. I don't know. Let's see what is like some of the question is, what is your future plans? Where did I stop? By taking corporate social responsibility into account, organizations directly and immediately impact the lives of citizens and communities through programs that promotes economics, that promotes economics, impacts the life. You see, one more time I read this. By taking corporate social responsibility into account, organizations directly and immediately impact the lives of citizens and communities through programs that promotes economic developments, educations, and many other social issues. So I'm not saying you're wrong, honey. You see, without economics, investment or money, we cannot build a lot of things. So it's really hand in hand. I think I like the way you say, well, both are equally important. But which one? I like the way you say that one is a step ahead, which is true, that's the social. In additional CSR, corporate social responsibility is a philosophy, as what we talked about in February, that is incorporated into the business versions, basing it on respect, ethical values, care for the environment, and sustainability in general. When focusing on the importance of applying corporate social responsibility, we have to clarify its benefits into two groups: those that directly favor companies and those that improve the environment. So all of you are right, no? Kang Yao, you're right. There are people who want to protect the environments. There are people who want to build more factories to create small job opportunities and make the country more developed, which is not wrong, actually. For organizations having solid CSR programs and communicating them efficiently translate into following advantages. Number one, please write down if you can, because all this will help you in the social study as well in your GP paper when you're going for A-level. Better work environments, yes, we need to have the social responsibility. That means all races are equal. Increase confidence of shareholders and potential investors so that people say knowing that Singapore is a multi-cultural, multi-race. So I don't worry. I don't care what color of my skin. As long as I go to Singapore, they respect me, I'm willing to invest. Better positioning. I think Singapore is the best geographical locations, no natural disaster, and I would say very peaceful for the time being. I'm not sure for the next 50 years or 100 years or even in 500 years, will Singapore still continue to be like this? Socially responsible, socially responsible companies project a genuine, friendly, and close image, which helps create loyal audience, followers, and consumers. Good. There are some of the reasons why companies should apply CSR. From the point of view of internal benefits, okay, let's go. So it's very long. Social and economic developments goes hand in hand. It's just at the left and the right hand. Greater transparency in business activities. That means there's a law and orders. Like people say go to Malaysia. Recently, I saw TikTok. There's some police officer group block and then say that, hey, please come. You got offense. You need to pay $2,000. You got to pay this fine. You're speeding. Then check. No, I no speeding. My meter shows 60. But no, then you say no. My meter show that you're speeding. So if you want to pay your fine here, will be $100. But you pay your fine in the court will be $300. Which one you choose? Huh? Got like that, way? I thought the fine is the standard one. Everywhere $50 means $50, 100 means 100. What mean got discount if I pay on the spot? Lah? That shows very clearly that is corruption. There's bribery. There's favorism or whatever you call it. And that's not right. That's wrong. Reductions of environmental impacts. Well, as what Zach and Kanya was saying that, you must, if keep burning a lot of trees, okay, digging a lands and then destroy the forest, you will have a global warming, greenhouse effect. On the other hand, how is the sustainable economy defined? The sustainable economy has to do with practices that harmoniously integrate the financial, social, and environmental levels with the purpose of increasing social well-being and reducing the negative impact produced by humans towards the environment. So it clearly stated that, you see, you must have to work together without socials working together to make sure that everyone's have a safe environment to live in, cozy and comfy place, not 100%, okay, please. That people have a good housing, good infrastructure, that would be great. But can it be done? Well, without money, not possible lah, of course. In other words, the purpose of sustainable economy is to promote the responsible and intelligent consumption of natural resources. There you are. Singapore don't have. That's why they feel that the land is scarce, limited. Therefore, I cannot have too many cars on the road. You agree? Pollution, just like places in Jakarta, Beijing, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur. Wow, that one is horrible. Okay, there the traffic jam is horrible. It also means that the economy and sustainable development represent an effective strategy in the fight against global warming, right? I'm right. Okay. Therefore, both citizens and companies, when we talk about citizens, we're talking about the social responsibility. When we talk about companies worldwide, we're talking about economic sustainability. Must implement it in our daily life and in the internal functionings of industry. The main objective of sustainable economy can be reduced to the following points. Wow, these are all the points. Reduce poverty and hunger in underdeveloped countries like the Latin Americans. We are talking about Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Bolivia, Venezuela. Yes, you're right, Hale. Wow, Venezuela, such a big country and yet such a big problem. Provide health and safety to all livings on the planet Earth. Very sad, huh? This sentence tells me there's an extinction of certain exotic animals on the surface of the earth. Offer quality education, that's right. You see, if your generation is not, not going to get a degree, you're going to have a very hard and tough life. Trust me. Everybody around you are getting smarter, more educated, more advanced, especially with the ChatGPT and AI. Offers all the basic service like water, electricity, gas, among others, which are so necessary for daily life. But sadly to say, there are some countries don't even have proper, clean, drinkable water. Not having to say that electricity, they have to pay on solar power and so expensive. And don't talk about gas, and don't talk about proper clothing, proper food they eat. Eliminate social stereotypes and promote gender equality. We're talking about LGBT, we're talking about equalities of race and religions. Access to clean and non-polluting energy. Singapore can do it, but we have limited resources to help it. At this moment, hopefully, based on the next generation, we can improve it. Innovate in companies to favor the environments. Wow, that day, can you, Zachary, Kangya, and Honey, I saw this in Instagram or TikTok. I really want to visit Wuhan. This guy alighted from, get out from the hotel to go into airport. He booked a driverless taxi. And then the moment he went in, the car will never start if you don't put on your seatbelt. And then when he talked to the driver, of course, no driver. So you cannot talk to driver. So there's a screen to watch the movie, to check your destination. And guess what? Every corner the car turn, before they turn, they can predict when is the traffic light, when is the next car here and there. It's much so safer than the human. And this guy is a white foreigner from I think UK or US. He says it's much better than Tesla car. Wow, how true it is, I don't know lah. Okay. So maybe if you are interested in your A level and JC or even your university, if you are going for engineering, I think you should take up electrical vehicles and some of these topics because it's going to be the next in thing. Build sustainable infrastructure in various cities and towns. Yes, very true. Okay, we are doing that now. Like look at the National Library in Bugis and some of the hotel, there are a lot of plants all over from the top levels and here and there. Produce and consume natural resources responsibly. Do not waste water. Even though we have new water, we have to save water. And if you have electricity, if you are not using it, please control it. But very sad, these few weeks, it's going to be so super hot that I know most of you will turn on your air cons to reduce the heat and able to concentrate to study. All right? Protect the life of marine species and maintain the conditions of ecosystem. Sadly to say, a lot of waste are being thrown into the sea, especially in India. The Ganges River, is it? Or the Indus rivers, the holy rivers in India, it's become one of the most polluted river in the world. It's not holy anymore. It will be very dirty, but to them, it's still holy. I still like to drink, pee, bathe, wash my clothes, do whatever it is. They believe the religions will take away all these illnesses and these diseases, this dirt, because they are able to survive through. Well, that's their belief. I won't stop you. Okay, and sometimes it's true. The power of God is that true. Because if let's think about it. If it is true that the river is so polluted and dirty, the people who have been living there for many years or even centuries, they're still surviving through. If the river is so poisonous, by then the whole entire belt of the river, the people will be dead, will be gone. It will be a ghost town. And the government will have done something to clean up the place. Well, I don't know. Promote alliances to achieve all the necessary objectives between countries and institutions. Yes, we are talking about ASEAN, United Nations. We are talking about bilateral relationship. We are talking about how we build good relationship with Malaysia, Indonesia, and able to, because it's a small countries. So if Singapore will be anti-race or anti-religions, a lot of countries will look at Singapore differently. The aims of these documents are bibliometrics and bibliographical studies of publication related to social responsibility in terms of economic sustainability. As this scientific contribution develops, okay, we're talking about all this now, skip. Let's move on to the materials and method. It's a bit dry. I choose this topic because I want you to know if you really want to do social and economics, Hanling, 10-year exact. If you want to go for A levels next year, JC, this is the thing you're supposed to read for your economics and GP. So Kang Yao, I prep you first. So if you want to go for JC, these are the things you're going to get when you're in A level or even in university. This is what you will see. And you realize that all these Bravo, Hidalgo, Zambia, and John Hanson's, all these, they're actually, you are supposed to read all these books. Then you put in the quotes here, put in the quote here, put in the quote here to prove that all these quote links to what you're going to say. And it's not easy, And these books are all very super thick books. To write an 800 essay words in general paper, good luck to you. Because in degree, you're going to write 5,000 words. In master, is 10,000 to 20,000 words. Okay? To me, writing is no big deal. But, honey, for math, I'm number one. 从后面算起
Number one and failing, bro. Number one and failing, bro.
You're right. You're that freaking right. Okay. Thank you. Zachary, we might read this paragraph, please. Thank you.
The Scopus database is used in this research. This platform is a bibliographic database of abstracts and citations of articles from Elsevier-owned scientific journals launched in 2004. It covers approximately 24.5k
Hello,
titles
brother.
of
It's read as 24,500 titles.
24,500 titles of serials, journals, conferences, research book series from more than 5,000 publishers in 140 countries, including peer-reviewed journals in the areas of science, technology, medicine, and social sciences, including arts and humanities. The technology platform is developed by Elsevier and is accessible on the web for subscribers, but entry into the index and its revaluation is managed by an editorial board independent from Elsevier. Scopus also.
You see, that when you're reading this guy really have done a very solid research by getting all these informations. And when they are talking about these materials research about social responsibility and economic sustainability, they have been getting a lot, 24,500. That means it's good enough. Can you imagine these researchers do nothing, Zach? Day in, day out, they'll sit at their desk, type research, go around, do survey, go around, check on this here and there, just to make sure that these topics are very close at heart. So you can see, this is not just an ordinary your set 4, set 3 look through, and you will not get this in your comprehension passage, by the way, or this is more, it's like you really, when you want to do a degree and writing this, this is where you want to convince that to your professor that you have read a substantial amount of books and research and survey and compilations of your works to come into here. I think, Kang Yao, you agree? This is worse than exam. True enough. Because sometimes, you agree?
Yes.
Because sometimes when you write this, the professor will give you a deadline of, say, 3 months to complete. But exam, you will tell you, okay, study chapter 1 to chapter 20. Then you negotiate, you memorize. Then when the question come out, you just plug and play from which chapter and put it in. This one is a huge topic. The textbook that you read during your lecture in the university is only maybe 20 to 30%. The other 70%, you have to do group work. Hey, share me your notes. Hey, what do you think my this essay? Can I get some information? Can I go to the library and research? Can I talk to those more real life example? Whoa, let's go, man. Zach, Scopus also offer.
Scopus also offers author profiles that cover affiliations, number of publications and their bibliographic data, references, and details of the number of citations each published document has received. It has alert systems that allow whoever registers to track changes to a profile.
Yeah.
As Elsevier is the owner of Scopus and also one of the leading international publishers of scientific journals, an independent and international Scopus content selection and advisory board was created in 2009 to avoid potential conflicts of interest in the choice of journals to which time to include them in the database and maintain an open and transparent content coverage policy, regardless of the publisher.
So Elsevier, thank you. Hold on. So Elsevier and the group of people who own this company do research to get information and data to share with the government's agency, government body, or even to other corporate multinational company. You name it, whatever it is, their aim is to build, to tell them why is this so important. Let's go. Give me a minute. Okay, go. Evaluating
the usability and the coverage of Scopus and the Web of Science, WOS, a 2006 study concluded that Scopus is easy to navigate even for the novice user. The ability to search forward and backward from a particular citation would be very useful to the researcher. The multidisciplinary aspect allows the researcher to easily find out outside their discipline, and one advantage of WOS over Scopus is the depth of coverage. With the entire WOS complement going back to 1945 and Scopus going back
Wow.
to 1966.
Wow. So this is a kind of like a database, like a applications. You guys will see this very often when you go for JC and Poly as well as university. Your lecturers are the three of you who is going next year. Your lecturer will tell you what to go in, what things to see, and then you have to, once you hit it out, you have to rush to your laptop, to your library to search all these things and download whatever, you read whatever you can, and then plug and play, and then make sure that when you copy these things, you know what you're doing, what you're saying, what you are writing. So Scopus is like, to me, it's like a software where you help people to find informations, and then when they want to make debate and argument about social responsibility and economic sustainability, they can use this platform. Carry on, however. Zach?
However, Scopus and WOS complement each other as neither resource is not all-inclusive. Scopus also offers author profiles covering affiliations, numbers of publication and their bibliographical data, bibliographic data, references, and details on number of citations each published paper has received. It has alert features that allow registered users to check changes to a profile and facility to calculate the H-index of authors. Scopus identifiers by individual authors can be integrated with the ORCID
Proprietary, non-proprietary.
digital identifier. On the other hand, it incorporates a series of analysis tools that makes it possible to identify trends by key topics. Analysis of results.
Hold on. So, gentlemen, 你不要口口声声说 I want to go JC, I want to go university, I want to go poly, I want to do well. Because writing is really not a choice. Writing is really need a lot of professionalism and skills. I know the four of you have it now, but I want to bring you to at least not one step higher, not two steps, not three steps, but even more than three steps higher. So you can see for yourself today. If you're not going to continue to write, you can spend a lot of time in your chemistry, physics, but you may fine. But to me, as you know English, if you feel English, good luck to you. You can have all the A's, but you will still stay back. Okay, and that's it. That's how in life it is. So I would urge all of you to at least spend maybe out of 7 days, spend at least half a day, at least 5 to 6 hours to read, to write, to listen, and do. Sorry. To read, to write, to listen, and to watch. Because look at this. Let me read. Zach, you need to analyze analysis of result, citation analysis, source search and journal comparison, and Scopus profile. So all this is like part and parcel when you're going for A-level. You need all this to ensure that you are able to answer your GP questions. And trust me, I saw my son, my nephews from the JC. It's really a lot of citation here and there. Seriously. Ex-student come back to me, wow, Uncle Raymond, lucky though. I lucky attend this one. Now I know what I mean by citations. You need to code, you need to analyze, you need to have the source to prove it. It's very true. You don't believe me, then let's do something about it. Let's go. Last paragraph, Zach.
In the aforementioned database, a search was carried out. The title, abstract, and keywords of the various types of scientific contribution. The phrase used for this purpose was social responsibility in terms of economic sustainability.
Okay, so the result is that Sorry?
I use the washroom.
Yeah, sure. Under the search of this social responsibility in terms of economy, there are so many search and extract. Okay, this is just talking about, this not very important. Look at this one here. So Elviso has found out this is the search about how, okay, this is not very important, just to show you how they get the information, the document types. And you see the blue one is the article, you see. So you really have to read a lot, and then you write, and then research, and then reports, and you can propose. So these are the things to support it. Then documents by countries and territory, you see. Like this is an all right reserve. That's not me, it's a company. Just to share with you how they use the information to compare with other countries, how useful the social responsibility and economic transformation. Of course, you can see these are the two headers, the two frontiers of that. And of course, let's go quickly. We talk about business management, accounting, environmental science, engineering, all this. Okay, these are the things that you guys will be involved later on, will be taking up these topics in your university. Especially this one here, I think very close to Hanling. And then computer science, yes, maybe to TNU, Zach and Kang Yao, or maybe this one here also. Environmental science, okay, these are the heavy topics that you really need to do a lot of research. And when you pass up, people will listen to you. Okay, so this is just a graph to show you how the documents used as it increases. So the importance of readings and research. Okay, so this is a social science. Social science took the most of it. So you can see, if you are going for university, look at this graph itself. A lot of is using all the data for the purpose. Okay, so there's another graph. I don't really like graph, to be honest. Okay, oh, my Wi-Fi is lagging. Can you hear me? My Wi-Fi is also, the teachers, they say they use so many books just to share you, to talk about it, to share about what is CSR, corporate social responsibility. It's going to be a hot topic. And then it talk about, then you see this one here. Okay. So this is not that important, but just to tell you that, you know, how they use the social economic complexity of the study. So you see, just these two topics itself this month is a big report and sharing. So discussion is the growth of interest of companies, especially multinational large companies and national conglomerates, to show better environments and social performance as part of their CSR policy. Okay, this is the one I think you should take note. Okay, that this is often reflected in their management structures and investment policy. So if people want to invest in their companies, they will to check whether they are social responsible and how the economic sustainability to support the social responsibility, and how the environment performance, how the environment investment, you see, how the environmental and social regulation standards. These are all the keywords. Just a quick one to share with you on this. The rest here is not that important. Okay, let's talk about it. In some countries, you see, in some of the 4 country review, family businesses show multiple linkage, mainly through sales and export. The product diversification factors in the developments of families conglomerates in Latin America has occurred mainly through trades rather than direct investment, which is key to acquisitions of technologies that improve products to access more demanding markets and learn about other realities in the markets of developed countries. So you see, these developing and so-called a bit of undeveloped countries in Latin America is also catching up from the developed countries. So when you're writing an essay, you must write underdeveloping, developed, and underdeveloping, developing, and developed countries. These are the 3 levels about social and economic style. So here you talk about here. In terms of corporates, corporate governance, there is high concentration of share in few family, which has its drawback. So depends on companies, sorry, depends on countries. Some government may not want to support family business because they find that they are dominating the country because they become more superpower than the government, so they decided not to do anything. So you see, just to quick one, just this one I want to show you. Just a simple essay like that, if I were to put like that, from the moment I start from here, you see, it's so lengthy all the way here to conclusion. So can you imagine to write a report like that in your thesis, in your project, in your proposal? So long, huh? Okay, let's go for this one here. What prefix, root, suffix? Okay, we look into the concurrence. Con means with, current is run. Okay, that's this one here. Suffix is the word behind. So runs, act of running with appear. So you see, with the word concurrence itself. Tian you can see, Tian you, because I can't see your face. Tian you, are you there?
I can see.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just to confirm or reassure, So maybe your homework is just this few only, just to make sentences using concurrence. Or better still, you can make all these words to form into social responsibility and economic sustainability. Okay, like this, the topic here. Economic sustainability and social responsibility. Which is the essay is this one. Okay. I haven't decided what is the essay yet. So maybe we can have this social responsibility versus yeah, because my laptop, this keyboard is different, so I cannot get used to it. Economic. Oh my God. You see, now you understand me. Economic. Economic. Okay, so maybe this one. Okay, you can do this essay here. So of course, you have to start with your aims, the atmosphere. How are you going to think? Okay, this is essay. If you don't want to do this essay, fine. You can do the essay that is from here. The one that you done there. Why am I repeating? Reflective, descriptive essay. Oh, descriptive essay. Oh, okay. So this one is describe, Okay. So it's been describe this. Sorry, describe. Okay, for 10U, write about time when you covered. This one is argumentative describe. Describe 3 values you want to see in your friends. Okay, we can use this as a homework lah. So maybe if you don't want to go 2 choice, you want to do that one or you want to do your own. Then this one is describe a scene that is truly beautiful. Z say that describe yourself. This one, wow, a bit. I don't know how to say it. It's like seems like a primary school or secondary 1 and 2 essay questions like that. Maybe you can say describe yourself in the next 20 years of your life. Something like that. Rather than say describe yourself. Describe yourself. What will you plan to do when you are in your adulthood? All right, so Kang Yao, you can have these questions. Is describe a good day. Also very primary school and sec 1, sec 2 answer question. So you can say describe a day that you feel the most memorable. Something like that. Okay. For mine. So I hope This you can use this as your essay. Please, you can use this one here. Take a picture, Tianyu. Take this picture here. Take this one ready. Take already send in the group.
Wait. Oh, you.
Okay, take this one.
Wait. Just go right. Okay.
Not like that, correct. Okay.
Okay, then.
So these three, any of these, you want to do reflective, argumentative, or descriptive, up to you. So got no excuse. And then of course, you can do this question here. Okay, social responsibility. Can you take this picture also?
Okay,
So
wait.
please, I hope at least by end of this month, I receive some essay from all of you. All of you. If not, I will really have to send a report to my boss to say that I fail to conduct a good creative writing skill class because none of my students submit any homework for me to mark and review. Because I foresee if they don't submit homework, they might affect and jeopardize their paper ones. As a result, I may want to stop the class prematurely. Okay, it's not good lah. Of course, I want to continue, but I don't feel good that taking your tuition fee and then I'm not marking any homework and sit there and talk. That's not my style. Okay, don't I say what don't debase me like that lah, please, okay, don't mind. So of course, this is also another homework, please. You can use all these words here to form sentences into your essay as the one you talk about and as well. Okay, take up this picture already. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can do like that. Take like that. 1, 2, 3, done. Thank you, Tianyu.
Oh wait, that one? Wait, I didn't take that one.
This one. Just like with this one and the question here.
Okay, wait, give me a while. Okay, done.
Okay, so in your essay, of course, you must start with your atmosphere, create atmosphere in the introductions. Thank you very much. I got you. Got your this picture. Interesting sentence, maybe adding a fish spot to it, and then motivating statements. Maybe you can copy somewhere like what Tianyu say. Someone say what the society needs people to form, and then suspend to the next paragraph to create suspension. What you're going to write for the next second, third, and fourth paragraph. Okay. And then, of course, the conclusions is called the close. Start with C. Conclusion to end your story with a moral statement. Why you think this essay is so powerful, so good, and why you think that describe yourself, that what is important. You must have self-love, self-esteem, self-discipline, self-directions or something like that. Then you link to the title that you say describe yourself and why this is important. And then organize the last part of your train of thoughts. No more talking about the points really. Organize and make sure that you form the gist of it, why you persuade the examiner that why this essay is all about yourself and so important. And add in a fish spot. Go and find a fish spot to add in and ensure enough sentences. For goodness sake, now the conclusion, please do not give me 2 or 3 sentences. At least 5 to 6 sentences for a good conclusion. 5 to 6 sentences, okay, for a good conclusion. I already told you what to do for introductions, for aims, and I tell you for conclusion, it's called the close. So you have an aim to close for the start and the end of your story. So I hope next week I will ask you, so I give you some time to think which one you want to do, because I really want to check, and I will inform my colleague. Don't mind, because I know you all have exam, you have all these essay. To spend 30 minutes or 45 minutes to write my essay, I'm not asking you for too much. Okay? I hope you understand. And I want to keep my rice bowl. I want to continue to teach because I don't want to wait until my boss come to me. Hey, Raymond, how come your class nobody sending homework? And suddenly they want to have a last minute spot check on me. And that's it. Not only I cancel my CWS class, it might cancel all my classes. In fact, my classes, there are still people handing homework to me. Thank you very much.